Okay, so Ron, Organic Food Coach, 2023 Organic Food Forest of Northern Nevada. So this right here, this is my backyard. Um, so on the right side, we'll start with the right. I have cucumbers growing up the twine, and they're going to grow up along the trellis here. They're going to grow up along the both twines pieces, um, and then they'll cover, the trellis. Also, the tomatoes are going to do the same thing. As you can see, the tomatoes are growing pretty well. Those are purple, but they're growing up the vine. I mean, up. They're going to be growing over. So I might have overwatered a little because I noticed this one split. So I have to back up on the watering. You have to, if you water too much, they'll start splitting. These are the peas. So here's some snap peas here you can get. You eat some snap peas. Those are going to grow up there also. Here's some cherry tomatoes, more tomatoes, some more tomatoes here. Okay. Those are not splitting, so I'm not overwatering those, but I got to be careful because they're easy to do. More tomatoes. Right here is more peas. Now we got some beans here. Whoops. Beans here. These are little beans. Let me see here. There you go. See them in there? The beans. Yeah. All right. And then you have corn. So the beans, the corn, and the squash. That's the Native American. It's called the Three Sisters. So they're supposed to work well together with the soil and stuff like that. Over here is down here is more beans. Okay, and then you have corn, more corn. But then you have back here, you have an apricot tree. So this is my first year with actually a lot of apricots on it. So I'm trying to see, how this works. But it's pretty cool. I got apricots here. Over here, these are potatoes, red potatoes. I already harvested one just to see what it looked like, and I had three red potatoes. So each one of these might have, 3 or 4, and they're going to just get bigger. The thing is that I, pulled basically one potato, and I cut it like in 4s, and I planted it, and this is what I got, like right away. So this is lettuce. I just planted some seeds in here. And the reason why they're in here, I have lettuce over there, but my lettuce, my kale was in here, my spinach there, and lettuce there. Well, they all went to seed fast, which means that it was too hot. So they grew, but then they grew too fast, and they started seeding, which means that they weren't harvesting as much of the, the crop. I wasn't getting as much harvest. So I basically replanted it. So now I covered it with this canopy. Because it looks like it's a little too hot out here in Northern Nevada, when it gets into the midsummer. So basically here, this first bed, I have kale. This is going to be kale, and that's going to be just regular lettuce. And then this right here is spinach, all the way across. Okay. So then there's more. There's the lettuce I had there. So this is what it looks like when it goes to seed, just so you can know. You see how right here, how this stem is, it's less, I guess the lettuce is not as thick. It's not as long. It's more, the stem is longer now. So, and then what happens is if you look, let me see if I already pulled some out here. This right here, this is the seed. So now, I mean, you could probably still harvest the stuff, right? But you're not going to get much out of it. So when it wasn't like that, it was like this. It was lower. And, you had a lot more harvest. So then you just basically go across with your scissors and just snip it. Throw that, and I would fill up container after container, like constant. So anyway, that works out well. But you want to cover it a little bit. When I had the greenhouse garden box covers, never had this problem once with any of this stuff. So the covers are very important. So this right here is this is wheatgrass all along around this garden box. And then these are strawberries. This is a strawberry plant in here. And you see that the strawberries are starting to branch out to try to, they're starting to grow, I guess. There's going to be some strawberries on the end of those. This is the Japanese eggplant, which I just harvested 3 big ones. But you can see there's a whole bunch of these things. They're huge. This thing's huge. I can't believe how big it grew. See what happens when you put organic soil and fertilizer and you treat it right? it turned. Look at this monster. It's huge. So, and then of course I got the wheatgrass all the way around. The dogs like to chew on it. And then this is my apple tree. It's called an Expelier, which is basically, it has 6 different types of apples that are spiced into one apple tree. So I do have a bunch of apples here growing, a whole bunch. So I'm not familiar with how to grow the fruit trees, but it looks like it's growing. So I'm going to probably try to find for my apricots and my apples to put some, maybe I'll get some kind of a fruit tree bug spray to make sure they don't eat up all my stuff. But other than that, it's been working out great this year. We've had a great year for a growing garden. So anyway, Organic Food Coach out.